What if it doesn't work out? What if something goes wrong? What if... How much baking soda is in the sink?
Oh, it's normal. Don't worry about it.
Talking about college with your parents is about as easy as swallowing a spoonful of hot sauce. And so is cooking a recipe you've never seen before. Watch as families tackle a new recipe and cook up a plan for college at the same time. This is College Prep Kitchen.
My name is Miley Chen, and I'm from Brookline, Massachusetts.
My name is Min Chen, and I live in Boston.
I think I'm ready for college in the sense that I am excited to be presented with new opportunities and to make new friends, to have new experiences, dorm living, etc.
It was a little bit of a surprise last year when she came up and said, "Mommy, Daddy, I want to get a BFA." We were like, "Is that like something a lawyer gets?" And she was like, "No."
Have you thought about how you'll pay for school?
Apparently, since I went to college, prices have gone up quite a bit, so there may be some discussions that we'll need to have.
Do you know or have you heard of a cosigner before?
I have no idea what a cosigner is. I'm not great with finances, and I'm not really sure what the plan is.
My parents didn't have that conversation with me, but at the same time, I do kind of think that Miley would be receptive to that conversation. The first time you actually pay for something for yourself, it actually feels really good. Like you feel like, wow, I can actually do this. I'm an adult. So that's what I would tell Miley, and I would hope that she would believe me.
All right, so here's what you guys are gonna do. You'll pull one card at a time from the front of the deck. Each card will have a cooking step to follow and a college question to answer. Everything that you need to cook will be in front of and behind you. Now, if you're ready, you can put your aprons on and pull the first card.
I feel like a professional now.
Step 1, direction. Finely chop 1 yellow onion and peel and finally chop 2 carrots. Have we had the college convo yet? How did that go? I'm gonna sacrifice you to the onion.
Okay.
Do we peel the carrot?
Do I peel the onion? Okay, so yes, have we had this college conversation?
I think we've had college conversations. We talked about me wanting to pursue acting and was a little awkward because I think somewhere you were hoping I would be an academic.
Well, no, it's just that I think your mother and I were raised to believe that certain careers were perhaps more safer than the others. As, loving parents, we just want to make sure that you have a safe career. It can support yourself without us. To be honest, I think I've said this before, I kind of admire the bravery of your choice. I think you've really thought through what it means to go into the arts and what you want to accomplish, and I think I can get behind that. By the way, I have no idea what I'm doing with this onion, but we are letting you apply to art school. You let me chop this onion, okay? It feels a lot different from when your mother and I applied to college. Everything's a lot more competitive, everything costs more.
If I didn't get into a college, what would be the plan?
Well, okay, if you didn't go to college this year, I think probably take a gap year, kind of evaluate where you want to go and what you want to do. If your actual question is, would I still love you? The answer is yes.
What are you defining as finely chopped?
Isn't this?
Let's move it all into a bowl and then let's not think about it, right?
Oh, are we supposed to move? Okay, fine, let's move in the bowl. Did you eat it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Keep going.
It's not very good raw. Eat it. It's good. It's good.
No, it's fine. Disgusting. Next card. What do you hope to achieve by going to college?
Acting training, first of all. I've been talking a lot about with my directors, just like what opportunities can you get by going to college?
What you're trying to do is just very different from what I did. I went to school for computer science. You don't really worry about making connections in college. You just worry about getting good grades so you can get a good job after you graduate.
Whatever college I end up going to, you'll have eyes on you. People's first impressions, not that they don't matter, but it feels like they will matter. Matter
more?
Yeah.
Anything that happens, any one thing that happens, it's not the end, either good or bad. There will still be other opportunities if something doesn't work out. If it does work out, you still have to remember to not coast on that one success and think that you're done with it all. There'll always be more chances, I guess is what I'm saying.
What does celery taste like? Oh.
Okay. So do you want... Wait, Miley. Okay, would you like to do the next card, Miley?
Yes. Yeah. What do you feel most and least confident about when it comes to college? What do you feel most and least confident about?
I feel confident in you, and I feel least confident that you feel confident in yourself, if that makes sense. Obviously, I can't predict what's gonna happen, even though I'm very smart, but what might happen by chance, what good luck might fall your way, what unfortunate incidents might happen, it's really hard to say. I guess I'm just most confident that you'll be able to handle it, that you'll be able to get through somehow, because you've shown us that before. What I think I'm least confident about is that you will always feel that way.
As of right now, the thing I'm like least confident in is getting in. At school, they keep reiterating, like, you know, even if you don't get into your top choice, it will be fine. You will end up where you need to be. But like, I think my biggest worry like has kind of evolved from that into like, well, what if I just don't get in?
You've done some pretty cool things in your high school career, and I think they reflect well on what you're trying to do. No matter what happens, your mother and I are behind you. No, we'll make something work.
Since I go to a small school, that's kind of how I've rationalized, oh, like I don't share that many interests with a lot of my peers, and like, oh, maybe this is why it's been a little harder making friends at school. You know, everyone keeps talking about like, oh, in college you'll make so many friends, it's so easy to meet people that like share your interests, that I'm worried that won't be the case, that like I won't really find anyone to really connect with.
From my own personal experience, going to college was when I found a lot of friends that I became really close with. To be honest, none of them have exactly the same interests that I do, and I think honestly, if I found someone in college that was exactly like me, then it's possible that we would have had to duel to the death. I found people that I would say are just more accepting, and also I learned that. I learned to expand my own horizons too. Moving from least confident, the actual first
yes.
part is most confident.
Following directions is so hard. A lot of high school has shown me that like, you know, I can be charming and I can make friends, and like I can impress my teachers, and I can like work hard and do well, and I think like that being me is something that like will be okay, and like that I will be good at being me and good at doing what I want. Is the skin supposed to be in here?
Yep. A question for you both. Who's paying for college?
Who is paying for college?
My parents pay for me and my sister's education completely. Your mother and I hope to pay for all of your college, but there is something called inflation. It's possible that we won't quite get there all the way.
In the case that you can't, what would the...
Well, we would probably have to take out a loan. There are a lot of options for that. I don't know if you know what a lot of kids do when they have to contribute to their college education, but a lot of them during college, they'll get like jobs or like work placements, and they'll help pay for it.
Question for both of us, how have the two of you researched different ways to pay for college?
So let's get the easy path of this question. Have you researched different ways to pay for college? So the answer is no?
Yes, no. Do we cut like the white stuff off?
The fat? I would say, to be honest, I am probably a little underprepared for that exact conversation. We would do the best to pay for it ourselves, and then we would take a loan if we need to. And there are definitely loan options that are available to us.
My impression is just like that loans are more are generally lean academically.
My understanding was that it was just for higher education, but you're right. This is something that maybe should be looked into in a little further detail. 3 sprigs of thyme. Is this a sprig? Did we just?
Sure.
Riley, have you talked to your friends or teachers or counselors at school about paying for college?
A little bit with my college counselor in terms of like financial aid and like, are we applying for financial aid?
I think it's something we're hoping not to do, and I think part of it is just, again, the way I was raised. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what my parents did. It's something that's perhaps worth exploring a little better on my part.
I want to go to college. There are questions around payment and questions around like what needs to happen, and I'm happy to do what I need to do
to help.
Yeah, but I just don't know what that is.
Yeah, and if you don't know, that is, to be honest, is mostly my fault. Again, it's something that I was sheltered from, and I was hoping to shelter you from, but it's possible that that's not something that will be possible.
Is the chicken supposed to like cook?
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Awesome. Do you understand federal versus private student loans?
No.
I too have no idea. I do have some sense of it. The federal loans have this acronym that begins with an F that...
Was it like FAFSA?
You just had to do your research, to be honest. You have to know exactly what you're getting into.
I took a glance at the direction, and it says something about the chicken being done cooking. And I think at this temperature, the chicken will not cook.
Would you like to turn it up a little higher?
Just because it like...
Okay, I'll turn it up a little higher. Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. No, it's gonna work out great. You're gonna take the first bite, right? Just trust the process. You don't seem to be trusting the process.
I don't trust the process.
Similarly to this entire college process is that you can't really look too far ahead. You know, like if when we take the chicken out and we shred it, apparently, and it looks like it might not be fully cooked, then we just stick it back in. But like, there's no point in over worrying now. You know, you do what you can at the moment, and you deal with what you need to when the time comes.
Miley, what do you know about cosigners?
What do you know about cosigners?
It means that your poor, sad cosigner is also responsible for the loan.
Is that like...
So, let's say you go to college and you want to take a loan, and you're the one going to college, so the loan is in your name. If you were to be honest and look at yourself in the mirror and say, would you trust that person with a big loan?
Probably not.
You need a cosigner, someone with, you know, with a dignified look and a beautiful face, who will be ultimately responsible for the loan. They help guarantee that the loan is actually paid off.
Basically, if something wrong happens with the loan, like, do you also get... Does the cosigner...
I'm also responsible for it.
Okay.
Yep. Like I said, your mother and I are behind you, like, all the way. It's not something that we would be reluctant to do.
Is there only ever one cosigner? Would it like just be you? Would it be you and mommy? Would it be...
I think if there only needs to be one cosigner, it's just better to have only one cosigner.
Does that look cooked to you?
It looks potentially cooked. Yeah, let's maybe turn it up a little bit more. Well,
So, just like chicken, what happens if loans don't quite go right, I guess? Is there a chance that, like, things happen? Like,
I don't believe so. I think with the way that me and your mom have set up our lives, we would be approved for a loan.
and how long do you think it would, like, take to pay off?
That I do not know.
Min, have you ever taken out a loan before?
I've taken out a mortgage for a home. My parents raised me to believe that that was a dangerous thing, but in the case of buying a home, it's necessary. I guess my attitude towards it was just to pay it off as soon as I can.
And, like, how did you do that?
You spend less and you save more. There's no magic to it. And one time when I was walking the parking lot, I found a $5 bill, and that. This looks more cooked, right?
Should it be pink?
I mean, it. Okay, yeah, no, it's not. We should go back in. It should definitely go back in. So, do you have any dreams of what you might do once you're in college?
I want to be able to perform. When you go to a performing arts school, that doesn't always mean that you're gonna be an actor.
What are the other things that might happen?
More like paperwork behind the desk, like agents, and like that is one thing that they do set you up for.
I see.
As long as I keep pushing for it and like doing my best, that I will end up acting somewhere.
Okay. I want you to see you happy, and I think you're happiest when you feel like you have a chance to be creative. So any sort of creativity, whether it's acting or I know you also like to write. Maybe not singing.
Maybe I strike it rich, become like a star, but like I don't.
I feel like you don't actually need that.
No.
You just want to act.
Yeah. My biggest concern is just like, what if it doesn't pan out for a lot of things?
It's not an irrational concern. It's not bad to be worried about it, but it's not worth worrying about it too much right now. Okay, that does look more cooked. You were right.
I'm always right. You should eat this carrot.
I'm not going to. No.
How much of college for you involved cooking and how much involved like eating out?
It may surprise you, but the answer was a lot of eating out. What did I do to pay for college? Honestly, my parents paid for college. They said, you know, we might not be able to set you up for life, but we will pay for your college education. So you won't have to worry about that. And honestly, it was really one of the best gifts they could possibly have given me. From this conversation, I feel like it may have been worth asking them a little bit more about like their decisions on how they paid for my college. I'm kind of curious what actually happened behind the scenes there.
The floor is crunchy.
Okay. Well, oh my goodness. So I now understand the difficulty in like getting cooking objects into small like measuring devices. Oh my goodness.
You're supposed to put it in.
What?
You're supposed to put it in.
Oh no! I just want to point out that at least mine is in the sink.
That looks pretty.
It looks pretty good. Tell me it looks good.
It looks very well combined.
I need affirmation. Tell me I did.
A+.
Tell me your father did an excellent job.
You did an excellent job whisking the dry ingredients together.
Thank you. If you have any, do you think you'll be able to repay your student loans?
The irrational part of my brain says no. The rational part says yes.
Tell me more about this irrational part.
I think, like, I will always be worried that what if it doesn't work out? What if something goes wrong? What if, how much baking soda is in the sink?
Oh, it's normal. Don't worry about it.
There will always be a part of me that will be like, what if, like this cooking, it goes wrong? But I think, like this cooking, you and Mommy have done a very good job of letting me know that you will be in my corner if it goes wrong, and that, like, no matter what, we will have something even if it's inedible.
Did you just compare yourself to an edible chicken? When I look at you, I see someone who is a lot more prepared for the real world than I was coming out both high school and college. I believe you would find a way to repay any loans. You know, if you were an actor and you needed more money, you would find a job on the side, you know. If you weren't an actor, you would find like a different career and figure out some way to sustain living. I'm not worried about that for you. I trust you.
Is this like...
What are you doing? Wait.
Everything should combine, but it shouldn't be like tiny little flakes. Because it's like a pastry.
Is that what we're doing?
What will happen if Miley can't pay back her student loans? Will you?
Yeah, normally I would joke about this a little more, but now that I know you're truly concerned about it, the answer is yes. Like, it's no question. Me and your mom will always be there for you, no matter what. If everything goes bad and you feel like there's no one to turn to, you can always turn to us. There's no question about that.
Were you expecting that answer from your dad?
No. I'm very aware that my parents want to support me, want me to like pursue my dreams, make this thing work. But I think like payment was always just kind of...
Money is different, right? We've never really talked to you about money, and so it feels like a big, scary adult thing. You're not on your own.
Yeah.
You won't be on your own. Okay. Drop spoonfuls of the mixture into the pot.
Oh, it's chicken noodle soup!
These are not noodles. Have you ever co-signed a loan or had a co-signer before? What was that experience like? The answer is no. I've never co-signed a loan or had a co-signer. I can speak to like the sensation of having a debt, which is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable having kind of like a feeling like there's a sword hanging over your head and knowing that like if something goes wrong, then something important might be taken away. But on the flip side, the feeling of being able to pay it off is a really good one. It actually gave me a lot of confidence that not just that I could pay off, you know, money, but that I could do other adult things like handle things like this. I wasn't lying when I said that feeling like paying something off for yourself is actually a really good feeling. It instills a lot of confidence in yourself. Having a loan was uncomfortable, but in the end, it wasn't all bad, I guess.
Is it supposed to look like that? What do you think we paid?
I don't know, but it might be alive.
Your dad mentioned before how when he took out a loan, he experienced a feeling of discomfort before being able to see the positive sides of it. Do you think that you will feel the same way if you take out any student loans?
I think I'll feel good when I pay them back, and I think I will be scared when I take them out. I won't like being in debt, and I will want to pay it off.
Miley, I don't think I've ever told you this, so there's no way you could know. but I'm actually not a very good cook.
I couldn't tell.
Time to plate your chicken and dumplings. Dish out your soup, add fresh parsley, and dig in.
Chicken and dumplings.
Yeah, okay.
Were we supposed to put the chicken in the...
No, I think this is exactly right.
It's so puffy.
Oh, we are saving some for your mother. She's gonna be amazed.
Is it raw?
No, keep going. Oh, yeah.
What is this?
I'm wondering if I was supposed to, like, take off the time.
It looks delicious.
Can you say that with a straight face, please? You're supposed to be an actor.
You know what? It's so good, I think you should have the first bite.
Wait, no.
Are we supposed to watch it?
Just keep going. Wait, Miley, what did you just do? You're supposed to, that's not what you do. Hey, it's not bad. Oh my goodness, this is actually edible. Miley, do you want to go to culinary school instead? Wow, this is,
So how do you guys feel like your conversation went?
How do you feel, Miley?
Better than this dish.
Okay, let's set a higher bar than that.
I think our conversation went pretty well. We've discovered that there are maybe a few more things we should be discussing. The reaffirmation of like my dad's support and my mom's support has been really nice, and just like knowing that whatever happens, they will support me through this has been very reassuring.
I think it's important for me that Miley understand that she will always have me and her mom at her back, because she'll be going far away for college, is her plan. And I think
I can't tell if the chicken's raw or not.
I probably should do a little more research about how much everything is likely to cost. I have some idea, but for Molly's sake, I should probably have a better idea of all this. Something that I wish my parents had talked to me about, and that probably means it's something that I should talk to her about.
Min, what's the best advice you can give Miley as she goes through this process?
Well, have faith in yourself. You won't be able to control everything, so don't try. Just have faith in yourself that what you have is enough to get you through. And when you have doubts, just remember that me and your mom will be there behind you.
It's like slimy.